Listen, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro. At the end of the day, listen, you got to focus on becoming a leader. You got to focus on developing leadership skills before you decide to have a family, before you decide to enter a relationship. Listen, we're not getting a supercars just so a woman can say she loves us. I repeat, we're not getting supercars just so a woman can say she loves us. Listen, the supercars, they symbolize leadership. Listen, if you got a Rolls Royce, it symbolizes that you good with money. You're good with the resources. The Lamborghini Urus symbolizes that you know how to make boss moves. I repeat, the Lamborghini Urus symbolizes you know how to make boss moves. At the end of the day, if you pulling up Ferrari F8 Tributo or if you pulling up Ferrari 488 GT, listen, at the end of the day, it symbolizes leadership skills. The buys and tries symbolize leadership skills because you're going to keep getting sales because nobody is in shape. So once you're in shape, listen, people will trust you. I repeat, people will trust you once you're in shape because guess what? Why do you think personal trainers... Listen, why do you think personal trainers exist? Because of leadership skills. At the end of the day, people depend on the guys with the muscles to represent leadership skills. Listen, this is why we're on the front lines. I repeat, this is why we're on the front line. Listen, a lot of people in life, they're going to give up once they don't see that 777, once they don't see cherry, 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 they're going to give up. It's just like the lottery. Once they don't see 777 or cherry, 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 listen, they're gonna give up. At the end of the day, listen, I don't gamble in life, but when it comes to these YouTube videos, listen, this is for the family. This is for the children. Listen, when I'm gone and up in heaven, at the end of the day, listen, all these videos that I sacrificed and made, listen, this will generate at least $20 million. Listen, to leave behind for the family. At the end of the day, dudes are worried about the wrong stuff. Listen, it's already over 1,000 some push-ups. I repeat, already over 1,000 some push-ups already done. And it's not even 11 o'clock yet. It's not even 11 o'clock yet in Dallas, Texas. And over 1,000 push-ups have already been done. And over 1,000 dips have also already been done. At the end of the day, listen, it's no excuses. I repeat, it's no excuses. Dudes like to say, oh, I don't have time. Listen, I got business meetings and everything today. I still hit the thousands for thousands. I repeat, I still hit the thousands for thousands. Why do you think nobody else in society is doing this? Because they're followers. Listen, if you're not in shape, you're a follower. I repeat, if you're not in shape, you're a follower. That's the new rule. That's the new unwritten rule. If you're not in shape, you're a follower in society. You want to be just like everybody else. Listen, we don't want to be like everybody else. Listen, everybody else's arms don't look like this. Their tries do not look like this. Their tries do not look like that. Listen, you can't see their back muscles. Listen, at the end of the day, people don't have the V-taper. At the end of the day, this ensures leadership skills. Listen, only the leader is going to get a $20 million island in Brazil and not live at his mother's house and casually date. Only leaders stay away from sex until they're established in life. And in America, if you want to smash something, make sure you have $200 million. If you don't have $200 million to your name and you live in America and you're smashing, listen, you're capping. You're a part of the problem. You don't have $200 million. Listen, at the end of the day, listen, as a man, as the leader, when people come around you that you want to let and allow into your life, listen, all the women that come into my life in the future, at the end of the day, they'll all get $1 million out of me. At least $1 million out of me. Listen, I'm not gonna be like, listen, I don't have a street mindset. When you have a street hood mentality, you're thinking that I'm the only millionaire, or I'm the only guy with the racks and the thousands, and everybody else around me, oh yeah, they just using me because they're broke, they're poor. So listen, we don't leave people in desperate situations. So at the end of the day, every woman that comes around me, listen, I'm going to help them start YouTube channels. At the end of the day, every woman that comes around me, I'm going to help them get in the best physical shape possible. The genetic jackpot, so they can meet that billionaire guy. They can meet that multi-millionaire pulling up in a Ferrari. At the end of the day, listen, it's not about sex. A woman could come around me, listen, and I'll get her into her best shape of her life so that multi-millionaire guy can take care of her. Listen, at the end of the day, no victim mentalities over here because we are the leader. At the end of the day, they want you to be the follower, but you cannot follow society. If I was to follow society, I would have had a beer belly all the way out here because women only like guys with dad bods. So since they only like guys with dad bods, dude, I would have had a belly out here looking like 12 months of pregnancy. My stomach would have straight been leaning like down, like going all the way down. I'm telling you, I would have been over here, down here, and a little bit over there. And not so much over here. At the same time, listen, that is not a leader. How can you be a leader if you can't stop stuffing your face? How can you be a leader if you can't hit the caloric goals when you trying to bulk? At the end of the day, if your buys and tries are not sticking out, you're not sticking out. So at the end of the day, that's a gym. If your buys and tries are not sticking out, you're not sticking out. Listen, you have to look like the leader. Listen, these dudes over here want to be fake mob bosses in America, and they don't have muscles. They're fake mob bosses. They look like toothpicks, and we're supposed to know that they're mob bosses. Listen, at the end of the day, you need to look like a dangerous man. I repeat, you need to look like a dangerous man. And I'm not talking about the mysterious guy who's going to pop out like Freddy Krueger. No, I'm talking about a dangerous man, like you can defend yourself and the family at all times. Listen, you have to look like you can protect your family. So listen, your future wife, and listen, my future 10 kids, listen, I'm going to look like I can protect all 12, listen, all 11 of them. I can protect all 11 of them. Listen, with these biceps, I can protect all 11 of them. So listen, at the end of the day, you have to work on your leadership skills. These dudes are doing body game to attract women. No. Listen, you build your body to develop your leadership skills. You have to walk around and look like a leader. Before you even open your mouth, you must look like a leader. This is the billboard. It shows I have a V-taper. It shows that I keep up with myself. That's what it shows. They see, listen, all humans are physical. So listen, once they see somebody, listen, we're not too far from animals. At the end of the day, nobody's gonna pick you up, hang you upside down, and shake you from all your change if you're walking around with buys and tries. At the end of the day, you got to understand leadership principles. Listen, this is why I tell men to be introverts. You have to be by yourself because, listen, the leader goes the opposite ways of the normal. Yes, the leader does not care about the norms. The leader does more push-ups than everybody else. The leader is in better shape than 98% of people in the world because he doesn't go along with the norms. We don't even work out. We train. It's different. The 98% of people, they may work out, but we don't work out. We train. It's different. It's a difference. When you train, those are for leaders. Listen, we walking around like we got D1 scholarships. Listen, at the end of the day, I look like I got a D2 scholarship right now. I don't got a D1 scholarship. I look like I got a D2 scholarship right now. So listen, at the end of the day, I'm still working on my leadership skills. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna walk around like I play D1 football. At the end of the day, and I never went to college before, and I don't plan on going to college. Cause listen, it's 2025. The millions is on here. At the end of the day, listen, as a content creator, listen, all we need to do is focus on leadership skills. Cause a lot of content creators, they don't have leadership skills. They're leading you astray. They're leading you to alimony and child support. I'm leading you as a leader to the Lambo dealership and longevity. I repeat, I'm leading you to the Lambo dealership and longevity. Because once you have the muscles, listen, you won't have to worry about having a heart attack. At the end of the day, you're going to be in shape. So you're going to be able to enjoy the Lambo. You're going to be 40 to 50 to 60 years old with SVJs, but you still hopping out 70 years old looking like this. You look like this at 70 years old and you still see the chest. You hopping out like this at 70. This is my leadership skills. At the end of the day, listen, I allow other kings to win. You have to let other kings win. At the end of the day, why would I just be the only person eating? Listen, at the end of the day, that's going to make life seem boring. Listen, at the end of the day, I got to change a lot of guys' life. And since I'm an introvert, with the help of social media, I can do this on YouTube. So since I'm a content creator, this is how I can talk to men. I don't have to be in person with you guys so you can be on some fanatic stuff. Because a lot of guys are fanatics. But at the end of the day, listen, monk mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen.